All right, welcome back. We're going to, boy, we got, what a difference a couple days make. Caden and I filmed last week. Must have been like Thursday, maybe? Friday. I think it was Friday. And we had a real nice session. It was warming up. It wasn't nearly as warm as it is right now. I mean, it's melting. It's in the, probably pushing 40 degrees right now. Just a beautiful day. You can tell we did get some snow, so it's not like we don't have snow. There's still 10 to 12 inches probably on the ground. But last time we talked about how we're going to go back and just simplify things, and I did a podcast on it as one of our episodes actually, because it had gotten so cold and we just weren't able to do stuff outside for a couple weeks. We've got some birds. We've talked about shooting some birds over here. We tried shooting birds over here. We tried getting her to quarter and cast out. And I did it the same way I've done it with virtually every dog I've worked with up to this point. And it just didn't work. I just couldn't get her out confidently working. When we tried to get her out confidently working with another dog, the birds getting shot at a distance wasn't working, and I don't want her to just stick her nose in on a rooster. She's never flushed before. She's never picked up a live bird or a fresh killed game. So we did incrementally take some steps with cold game and feathers and all that stuff, but then we tried to make this jump. And after the frustration of that session, I really went into detail in it in the podcast after that, which actually we're going to turn it into a Cali Keep On episode anyway, but there won't be any dog in it. And I just think it's an important part for us to share with you, because everybody runs into these issues, and including myself. And what do you do with them? And I always talk about how my mistakes are the best thing to happen for a lot of people, because I don't want to hide it. I'm not going to hide it, and I'm going to share it with you, because what I could have done is gone, so we're going to try something new today, and I think it's going to work. I'm pretty confident, and I think when I can't get something to happen with a dog, I just make a change. I don't continue to try to do the same damn thing and fit the dog into my mold. I try to adjust the mold to fit the dog, fit around the dog. And that's what we're going to do today. So I thought about it long and hard, and I said, instead of banging my head and trying to get her to go out and do it the way I want to do it, because that's the way I always do it, and that's the way the dogs always have had success, we're going to change it. And I'm going to actually take advantage of some of the things that she does really well. Let's use the strengths she has. So she wants to be with me. This will be a good test of steadiness, because we've talked about some of the steadiness issues when I take tennis balls and was throwing them up over her head. Her willingness to stay steady. She had that tendency, if I threw it up over her head, she wanted to break on me. So this will actually help with that. This will be something that'll work towards that. It's going to accomplish, I think, a step towards the idea of her quartering and flushing. But instead of us trying to do it all at once, it's like I tell a lot of people when they have issues, is you have to break them down. So instead of doing it a big step the way I wanted, it didn't work that well. So we're just going to chop it up. So we are going to include some live birds. I've got three or four hen pheasants and a pigeon. We are going to include a gun and a shooter. We're going to do it differently, where at a distance, instead of a distance, I'm going to have Ben real close to me. He can walk right past us. I'm actually going to throw the birds instead of asking him. I mean, I really set this up to fail that time, because I was asking Ben to do a whole bunch of things. I was asking the dog to do a whole bunch of things. I was the one who was going, well, I'm comfortable. I've done this all before and it works. But it wasn't working when I tried to connect all these parts and connect all these dots, all these links. Too many things got messy. So simplify it. So today we're going to take, and my goal and my objective is getting her to pick up a fresh killed bird. And that's just how we're going to think about it going into it. Before I do it, so this is a cold game. It's pretty hard, but I can put a little bit of pressure into it. It's starting to thaw out just because of the temperature. So a little bit looser head, a little closer to a fresh killed game, but it's cold and it's relatively firm. We saw that last time. So here's another reason why I feel like things happen for a reason. And I'm not going to get deep into faith right now, but I really have faith. I believe in it. And I think things happen for a reason and not on accident. And last time when we made those retrieves in the snow with her, if you remember, Caden and I last week, she blinked on them a couple times, and I started thinking about why, and I thought, I just don't know that she's picked these up enough to realize that that's what she should be looking for. I think she was looking for a dummy. And I think because it was in the snow and she was hunting, there's no question that she smelled it, but she just didn't connect the dots of smell it, pick it up, bring it back. That is what he wants. She had only picked up these things a few times in her life. She had picked these up a lot. If it had been a dummy, I think she'd went and got it, because it was a bird. So thank goodness it wasn't a live bird. Thank goodness. There's a reason I'm using hens. There's no spurs. I'm not going to put her on a rooster shot for the first time. Obviously, for training purposes, we can get away with that. Wouldn't be able to do it in the wild. I wouldn't be able to do it on a hunt around here. We couldn't go shoot a hen pheasant. So we're going to do it, and we're going to do it in a much more controlled setting. And I just think it's going to end up hopefully working out a lot better for us. So to start it out with her, there's a bird into the snow. And so it's visual no longer. So wind is going this way. So for this setup, I'm going to make it a little more challenging. I'm going to make her use her nose and work back into the wind, heel. So to start out today, we're going to do something, heel, similar to what we did. Ben, you can stay right there probably. I'm just going to do a memory with her and send her down and get her loosened up a little. I'm going to get her making a pick on a bird that's going to be similar to the one that she's going to get when we shoot it as a flyer. It doesn't need to be super long, but this is this warm-up. This is this incremental step of how we're going to practice to get going here, where last time we did this, Caden and I, she wasn't able to even do it. She did it, she struggled. So our whole session ended up turning into, well, let's end up figuring out how, come on, heel. Let's figure out how to do with a first step before we decide we want to do a bunch of steps. Good. Now I'm not in a rush to send her. Good. Good. Cali, go back. Good girl. Good dog. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on, there's a good dog. Come on. See that wing? That wing is loose. Yeah, there's a good dog. Come on. Come on. Look at the difference in how she's picking that bird up. All of a sudden, a warm bird, she's picked up a lot different. We're going to fix that when it comes in. Come on. She's going to struggle to get it to me because it's going to want to fall. Good. Good. Hold. Hold. That's where we're going to run into issues if we hold it improperly. Hold. Good. So, again, incremental steps. You know, I want to, there's no issue with that bird. That bird's deader than a doornail. Pretty cold. Here, good girl. Look how much easier it is for her to carry it. That's a good dog. Look how easy it is for her to hold and deliver. When she picks it up by the corner of the wing here, it's a mess for her bringing it back. Did. Good. It's not easy for her to bring it back. It's flopping all around. Heel, heel, heel. Come on, heel. Sit. Watch. Watch. Heel. So before we go to shooting that bird, I want to make sure that we do this right. Get everything perfect before you start adding a lot of complication to things. Because if you go too quickly with complications, wheels fall off. And then you find yourself stuck and you go, now what? You find yourself in a mess more often than in a good spot. So again, I came out here with complete intentions of shooting some flyers. There's no reason to jump into something she's never done before without kind of ramping up to it. And so I'd like her to pick that bird up. We gave her a little correction there as far as how to hold it. I'd like her to pick it up and not bring it back by the wing. Because if all she's doing is picking it up by the wing, it's forming habits. Wrong ones. Watch. Watch. Cali, go back. Go back. The other thing, I'd like her to really pick that bird up a little. Like she overruns it. There, good. Good dog. Good dog. Come on. Come on. There's a good girl. Nicely done, girl. That's a good dog. Improvement. Very nice. That's a good dog. And look how much more comfortable she comes in with it. Tail's wagging, she's happy. She's not struggling to keep it in her mouth. She's not in a hurry to drop it down on the ground like she was when she had it by the wing because it was uncomfortable. That's a good dog. Did. And I'll take that from you. Thank you. Good girl. Good girl. We'll put that away. Now, I like that. Nice little baby step. Sit. 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 Now, before we shoot a pheasant, we're gonna make it easy. So Ben, let's, wind is kind of hitting us in the face. Let's shoot it out that way. I'd like to have it, I don't think it's gonna be an issue with finding it. We're not gonna let the bird go a long ways. It is, all we're doing here is simply replicating the idea of a bird gets up close to us, boom, it's shot, it's sent and picked up. So you want to just keep it right there. I think we'll have you film from right there. Cali, come here. And we're gonna do the pigeon first because I want, Caden, you want earplugs? Ben, you're gonna want some or no? You got your hat. Just put them on. Safety first. Huh? I can't hear shit anyway, so I know, but we should have done this a lot when we were a lot younger. I should have anyway. You still got time. You youthful. Okay. Yeah, so I'm gonna have Ben shoot, and I'm gonna go with a pigeon to start out. Because she's picked up pigeons before. She's picked up frozen cold game pigeons. Again, a little smaller bird than the pheasant. Again, if this bird is not dead, stone dead, I don't see there's not gonna be any issue with a pigeon. Nothing's gonna spook her. A bigger pheasant, you know, that can be a little bit intimidating. So the difference is what we're gonna do, and Ben, if you want to spin that camera and position it on me, I think what I'll do is stand here. I'm gonna throw it out that way. I'm gonna have you shoot from my right hand side. Heel, 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 heel. So no, this is not quartering, casting, bird goes up, flush, shoot, but it's much closer than what we had been doing with the dummy. It's not a memory. It's not been at a distance in the dog quartering. Like, you want to see a mess? Look at episode 7 or 8 or 9.
What's that?
What episode did we have a mess? 8?
Oh, 8.
8. So you want to see how it didn't work? So we're modifying it. We're going to make a change. Okay, so you load up.
Yeah, I might actually.
You're going to what?
Do you want me to put it on you, Ben?
So you'll stand there, and what I'm going to do is replicate, very similar to how we would walk and throw a dummy for. It represents a flush. Well, this is just a little bit closer to the flush. A lot of pressure. Ready? So,
there.
Heel.
Front triggers.
Huh?
Front trigger first, right?
Yes. Heel. So what I'll do is, heel, come here. I'm going to have her just take a step or two, heel, and walk up into this flush, and here's a bird, and we're going to shoot it out. Ready? Good? Heel, heel. Cali, come on. Good. I want her in position so you can tell she's a little uncomfortable of what's going on right now. Come on, come on, come on. So warm her up. Come on, heel, heel. Good, good. Watch, watch, watch. Good. Good. Watch. Cali, go back. Go back. Go back. Now she didn't mark it down. Good. Good. She's going to touch scent of feathers there. This is that idea of connecting dots. She's gonna pay a lot better attention, I think, next time. But well, let's let her connect the idea of a hunt. It's back of her a little bit, isn't it?
Yeah, okay.
Go back. Here, here, here. Good, good. We're gonna start all over. Good, good. Heel, heel. Watch, watch. And you can see the way her head is swiveling, she has no idea. This is essentially a blind retrieve at this point. Heel, heel, heel. So, and we're not running blinds with her. So let's make this a win. Heel. So the wind is coming like this. So what I'm gonna do is come back downwind of it a little bit and help her out. Heel, 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 heel. Sit. Cali, go back. Cali, Cali, go back. Go back. Cali, go back. We'll make it real easy. Sit. Cali, go back. There's a good girl. What have you found? Well, look at you. Good girl. Hold, hold, good. Good, hold. Good girl. Hold. Dead. Dead. That's a good girl. Look at you. Good girl. Her first little taste. Heel. Now, again, did that go the way we wanted? Not at all. But am I happy with it? For sure. Because she picked up a bird that was essentially a blind retrieve that I helped her with a snowball. So is that what we were trying to achieve today? No. But is that a step closer into the right direction? Yeah, because at the very end, the last part, she picked up a fresh killed bird. That was accomplished. That was one thing on our list, our checklist of we're trying to get her to flush, watch, be steady, line, retrieve. We got the retrieve. And we got steadiness. So, I mean, it was definitely not a total loss, but it wasn't exactly what we were looking for. So, we replicate it and we'll set it up again. Now you might have to hit these ones a little harder.
These run pretty quick.
3 BBs in the tail won't take this one down, I don't think.
No.
There you go. You gotta lead him a little.
That's dead.
Come here. You're lucky he was a pigeon. Heel, heel. So I'm not even gonna walk up. So here's the other thing with that. I shouldn't have walked up the first time. I thought, let's get a little bit closer to the real thing here. And I went, by me walking, she stayed back a little bit. By me throwing, I don't know why she didn't watch, but she didn't really see it. She didn't really mark it very well. So instead, I may even take a step back and this time put her a half step in front of me. And I might, right there where she's watching this bird go out. Good.
You want it on you, buddy? No.
You can be able to see it? You gotta open it up. There you go. Okay, I'm gonna do about the same thing. I think the bird will do the same. Okay, so this time we just make this little adjustment. Ready? Watch, watch, watch. Cali, go back. There's a good dog. Oh, that's okay. What is that? What is that? That's why we're practicing right here. Here. Cali, go back. Go back. Go back. So you see that hesitation. Flapping. Cali, go back. Cali, go back. Go back. Go back. Good girl. There's a good dog. Come on. That's a good dog. Come on. Come on. That's a good girl. Come on. There's a good dog. Come on. What have you got, you little weasel? Come on. There's a good dog. Good girl. And I'm going to fix it just like I fixed the last one. Hold. Hold. Very good. Good girl. That's a wonderful. Sit, 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 sit. Sit, 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 sit. That's a good dog. Oh, you're so good. Come on. Very, very nice. Hold. Good girl. And you see that little bit of hesitation when that bird flapped at her. Good dog. Did. There, and a little hesitation to let that fresh. This feels so different than those cold birds. And you saw her touch it by the wing. Heel, heel. So let's get her another chance. And when it comes back to me, let's make sure the delivery is nice. All that work that's been put into her delivery to this point, I don't want to just all of a sudden accept less than nice delivery. I don't want to accept picking by a wing. I don't want to accept sloppy delivery. Cali, go back. She goes back to the first spot. That's where the bird was. Now she's gonna have to hunt a little bit. She'll get wind here. There's a good dog. Come on. There's a good girl. Come on. That little girl. That's my girl. Good girl. And so look at the look on her face of, oh yeah, hold. No. You hold. Hold. That soft bird is gonna have to be a new thing for her to position, and she's gonna have to figure out how much pressure to put on and how much not to. Hold. Hold. That's a good dog. Right here. Right here. Good. And sit. Sit. I want a nice delivery. That's beautiful. Well done. Well done. Dead. Very good. Dead. Good dog. Good girl. Good. Much better. Much better. We got a little bit of that connecting to the dots, watching the bird go down. That was good. Now, this one, guys, we're going to move. I don't want, because now we've got 2-3 birds that she's picked up in this area, and I don't want her confused by the idea of last fall where the last one went and going to hunt that. So we're just going to move up a little bit. We're going to move up 20 yards and do another one. And then we've got kind of like fresh ground here. Nice shot, Ben. Did well on that one. Good girl. Look what I got. Heel. And so the other thing I think is interesting about this is because, you know, I'm sitting here the whole time thinking, I got to get her quartering and casting. Then we'll work a flush, and then we'll put a bird in, and then we'll let her figure out a bird. And you saw her respond to that dead, 3/4 dead bird. And sit. And you saw how she was kind of spooked out a little bit. And so the last thing I would have wanted it to be was a live rooster that was tucked in with it dizzied or head under its wing, and have her come up on it and it explode. Because at that point she would have said, no thank you. And then the idea of trying to shoot it over her and all that, so again, it's dissecting what I tried to do before, that I've done with dogs before successfully and not had issues with. And it just didn't work with her. It wasn't working. And it wasn't working because part of it was the core setup of me getting her out and quartering. She's still not quartering beautifully. But let's forget about that problem for a while and look at the other parts of the scenario. A live bird, a shot bird, a flush, a mark, a delivery of a fresh killed bird, all those parts. Let's gain something there first, because I think what's going to happen is we're going to start to gain some confidence in the dog by giving her some new things to think about. And I talked about it in the last time we filmed. When she doesn't do something right, you can see it all over her face. Sorry, I'm real sorry. And when she doesn't do it right, it is 100% because she doesn't know what you want. And we saw it here. And the 2 times that she delivered the bird poorly, you saw it in her face. You saw it in her body. Her tail didn't wag the same way. She struggled to carry the bird funny. When she carried it nicely, the way we wanted it to, after we showed her, we said, no, 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 hold it like this. After she did that, tail wags, head's confident, high. All that body language told me is, I know what you want, and now I'll do it. So the key with her is just get her to understand what you want. Right now, she does not understand what we want with all these parts and pieces of the scenario. So break it down and just do one at a time. Figure out how to get something valuable out of this. So, okay, ready? You ready? Watch. Watch. Good girl. Got our steadiness. Good. Still a little unsure, I think, with that gunfire, because the ears are kind of cocked a little. And put a little time in, let her think about that, and let her realize that wasn't so bad. It was, wow, what was that? Cali, go back. Good girl. That's a good dog. Come on, come on, come on. That's a good dog. Good girl. A little poor delivery. Hold, hold, and look at that help. Just helped her. I helped her. That's a good girl. There's the tail I love. That's a good hold. I came in and I went like this, and she took her mouth open and she adjusted it to get that good hold of that bird. That's a good dog right here. There, there. Chin up. Dead. 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 Good. And the bird's still alive. So as she got that extra pressure on it, I'm sure she felt the bird tensing up. Those are all things that I want her to start to understand, accept, be okay with, realize that it's going to happen. Good. And adjust how much pressure she needs to put on. That's a good dog. You stay right there. Stay right there. I'm going to grab another one. Good shot, Ben. That gun just kind of shoots itself, doesn't it? It's really nice. It's what? Point's nice, doesn't it? Huh? Oh, I know. For next year, I wouldn't be surprised if you had one. Just a little bit of distance to me. Good. Good. Because I'd like to get another little step in this where I'm not necessarily sending her from my side. I don't mind sending her from my side because this is just a drill. We're just accomplishing certain things right now. But I wouldn't mind stopping her to a whistle at a little distance, pitch the bird, shoot it, and send her on her name. But we're just going to get a little bit closer to that right now. Okay, I'd like to make sure she's watching. I want her watching kind of the right way here. Sit, sit, good, good. So see how I positioned her facing out? I want her watching, rather than turning and facing me and having to crane her neck around, and it just, let's get her out at a distance that way facing, and we'll pitch it out. And this is another little bit more tempting from a braking standpoint. So this is just a nice little steadiness drill. Remember, I don't want to turn the wheels off of, I don't want to crank it off completely of steadiness. It's one of the things that I'd like to continue to work on with her, actually. Are you ready? Okay, sit. Come on, good girl. There's that uncertainty by herself. So we've been working on remote sits at a distance where I get away from her a little bit. Dot, 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 dot. Good. Ready? Watch. Go back. Good girl. And we send her remote. Good girl. There's a good girl. That's a good dog. Come on. Good girl. A little lively on this one. This one set its wings and kind of soared down. There's a good girl. Come on. Come on. That's a good dog. Nice little confident pickup. Good. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on, Cali. Come on, Cali. Come on. Let's go. Cali, here. Let's go. Come on. Let's go. Good girl. Good girl. Come on. There's a good dog. Right here. Again, a little half alive. Now watch me help her hold this. Hold. Hold, 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 hold. That's a good dog. She's feeling that bird alive. Hold, hold. She's feeling that bird in her mouth. Hold, moving a little bit. Hold. I don't want her to get squirmy about dropping those cripples. I want her to understand you got to put enough pressure on to hold it, not so much that you chomp. She's not going to chomp. She's got a nice soft mouth. But she's got to understand that when the thing starts to wiggle, I don't drop it because it's goofy and it's uncomfortable. That's a good girl. Come on. There. Hold. That's it. So it's understanding. Do not let this thing get away. Dead. Dead. There. And then it's understanding. Get on it with a little more enthusiasm. Cali. That's a good dog. Get it. Get it. That's a good dog. Nice little wing flap there. That's it. Come on. Come on, Cali. Come on. Bring it here. Bring it here. There it is, a perfect pick. Ooh, you got it. You had it. Come on. Come on. I'll help you. Come on. I'll help you. I'll help you. Hold. Hold. Get it right there and she can't do that to you. Get it right there and she can't do it to you. Come on. Here. Good dog. Dead. Dead. Good girl. Cali, go back. Cali. She didn't see that bird. Watch. Watch. Cali, go back. There she picks that little dark wing up. Good girl. Come on. Good girl. Come on, Cali. That's a good dog right there. Good dog. Hold. Good girl. Hold. Hold. Very nice. You're going to have to hold it. You got it poorly. I'm going to make you hold. 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 Very good. Very good. All right, come on. That's a good dog. There. Hold. 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 That's a good dog. Let's get that chin up. That's a good girl. Good dog. Dead. Dead. There's a good dog. Good girl. Good girl. All right, let's do one more. You know, let's end it. I just don't know that there's a lot of value in getting another one. I think she's seen a little bit, she's seen enough right now that she's going, this is plenty. This is plenty new for her. To get another one, I don't know that we gain a whole lot. What I'd like to see is her grab them a little bit more with a little more enthusiasm. That's going to come with some confidence. You can see the old ears pinned back a little bit. That one flapped its wing a little bit, and she still was a bit hesitant, kind of. But we got her over that. We got her to get past that. We'll do this again. We're going to do a drill that's very similar. I don't think you need to do. It's a lot like retrieving. At a certain point, you're not gaining anymore by doing more reps. In fact, I think sometimes you can go backwards by just continuing to do the same thing over and over again without any real reason. I call those meaningless retrieves. They just, you can run 50 of them, and the first 5 are probably valuable, but the last 45 are just boring a little bit, wearing them out mentally, wearing them out physically. Now, it's another thing if you're trying to condition a dog, but I think there's other ways of doing it than wearing out the excitement of a retrieve. Let's not wear out the excitement of the birds. Instead, I want to build it up. So instead of pushing it beyond the point where I feel like she's getting momentum kind of ramping up, I feel like we ramped up, we might be petering down and coming down, and I go, then let's just stop. There's no real value in trying to push her further right now. This is not an endurance race. This is not a marathon of how many birds can you pick up in a row. That's a good girl. It's getting comfortable with that little flap. Just getting comfortable with the idea. So we got that. We got enough out of that for one session today. So let's put it up and be done. There. Okay, that's a good girl. That's a good girl. So step in the right direction. Definitely not across the finish line. But in hindsight, I'm doing what I say you should do. Break things down a little bit more. Simplify things. Take steps backwards. Try a different route. Instead of insisting on the dog doing it the way I want to do it, make it work for the dog.